Hi guys, welcome back. Can you believe it is the first weekend of September this weekend? I know if you know me fairly well, you know I'm very sad about summer ending. I do love fall, but winters are long in Michigan. So enjoy your last few days of warm weather and no school if you haven't started yet, or your kids. My family will be doing much of that this week. But I wanted to talk with you about this weekend. So because of Water Weekend, we're actually finishing up our 4th week of August this coming weekend, because next weekend, September 8th and 9th, we are starting Rooted for Kids, which I am so excited about. So we will be talking more about that even in team time, and next week you will see lots of information about that. But this week we'll be wrapping up our series on wisdom, and so we will be finishing up with Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, lean not on your own understanding, and all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your paths. And sometimes we can say that so flippantly because it's more of a common verse that a lot of people know, but I mean, what amazing truth that if we trust in God, he will direct our paths. So we're going to talk all about that this weekend. But I wanted to highlight the small group activities for you. So in first grade, you guys are going to have envelopes for each of the children. They won't say Discovery Island on them. And then each kid's going to get a treasure chest. They will need to cut out the treasure chest. And so you will have the supplies to do that. They can color it however they want, and basically they're creating their own treasure chest. And then they're going to have these little nuggets of truth to put inside. So if James 1:5, if any of you needs wisdom, you should ask God for it. He will give it to you. And so what they're going to do is, after they finish coloring this, you're going to give them these, and they can either roll them up like a scroll, or they can just stick them inside. And you can talk about how whenever you feel like you're not sure what to do about a situation, or you're not sure what God would want you to do, you could go to your treasure chest and look at what God's word says for you. Another activity that you could do is with a crown, and you could have kids take turns wearing the crown, pass it around, and have them say the verse. So literally you could do it quick with James 1:5, if, and then they move to the next one. I couldn't figure out how to put this crown together, so I'll have it fixed by the time you guys need it. But so if any of you, and you could so on and so on, you could pass it around and have them say the verse. You'll need to practice it a few times with them. And you could do all variations of that. Have somebody come up and wear the crown the whole time and say it. Have a race to whoever can put the crown on first and say the verse. Different things like that. So that's what you guys will be doing. And then at the end, there's a prayer time for you to spend some time in prayer over this wisdom that God has given us through his word. And then for 2nd and 3rd grade, you guys are going to have an opportunity to have some more discussion questions and some kind of digging into the wisdom question and what it means. And then you have a game with a piece of paper, and you can either do it 2 different pieces of paper or the same piece, but you're going to write wise on one and foolish on the other. Because during our story we are highlighting when Jesus talks about the wise men who built their house on the sand, and the foolish man who built his house on the foolish man built his house on the sand. The wise man built his house on the rock. And if you're an old school Baptist like I am, you know the song. And if not, I might have to teach it to you this weekend. So anyways, for the wise side, you're going to go ahead and put it down on the ground or a solid surface. I'll show you. Solid surface here. And then have kids build a tower of cups, however high they can reach it, so on and so on, and see how many that they can do in your allotted time. And then for the foolish one, for the foolish side or foolish paper, you're going to have a child hold the paper like this, and then they are going to build on here, and you're going to see which one is the winner based on their cup building skills. And obviously I'm trying to do it one-handed, so I'm even having a harder time. But the object is for them to see the struggles with not building their foundation of cups on a solid surface. And so just talking about the importance of building our lives on God's wisdom. So much of that is going to apply to the truth that we're going to be talking about through Rooted, and just really being rooted in God's knowledge and wisdom and grace and all of those things. So that's it for this week. Make sure you read over everything though, and make sure you're ready to go. I know that this is a big travel weekend, and many of you have already talked to me that you're not going to be there this weekend. So I hope that you are safe and enjoy some relaxing time, and we will hopefully see everyone back next week as we start Rooted. All right, thank you so much for all that you do. Thank you for helping make Water Weekend super successful, and I will see you all soon. Have a great day.